Okay, so our stairs are ready. So I'm going to select this and this, and I'll press Alt G on the keyboard to sum up all of them in one null object. I'm going to double click on it, and I'm going to name it as stairs and hit OK, like that. Now I need to create some pots and some trees. So for that I'm going to select one plane over here, and let's select the stairs. Alt click and click on this 2 times, as well as this on 2 times, like this. And then I'm going to select this plane, and width segments I'm going to make 0 and 0, and then I'm going to press C to make this object editable, and then I'm going to select my polygons tool, and I'll hit Ctrl A to select all of these faces. Then I'm going to press M and then L to select my line cut tool, loop path cut, and by holding shift I'm going to create one cut over here, and by holding shift I'm going to create one cut over here. Now let's go to the top view over here, like this, and now I'm going to select my rectangle selection tool, and let's select those points. Select this point and this point, press T for scaling, and let's scale it like this, and then scale it somewhere around like this. After that I'm going to select this rectangle selection tool again, and I'm going to select this much portion. Then I'll press T, and let's increase the scale somewhere around like this. Okay, then I'm going to select the middle portion. So select your rectangle selection tool and select this area over here, and simply bring this downward like this. Okay, so if I see, I'll get this kind of geometry over here. Now select this and press T for scaling option, and scale it somewhere around like this. Okay, so we are getting something like this. Now I'm gonna go in my cloner over here. I'll bring this cloner, I'll select this plane, and I'll move inside this cloner. Select this cloner. Instead of grid I'm going to choose radial, so I'll get something like this. Let's move this a little bit over here, and if I increase the radius I'm gonna get something like this. Now let's go to the transform over here, and we will change the rotation on x-axis to 90 like this, so we'll get this kind of points. And similarly I want it should be rotated upwards a little bit, so I'm going to move it like this. Okay, then select this, go to the object menu, and let's decrease the radius somewhere around like this, and let's increase the number of copies like this. Okay, over here again I'm going to select one cloner again, and I'm going to select this cloner and move inside this cloner. Now select this cloner, and over here I'm going to choose linear like this. Okay, so let's try to adjust it again. Let's decrease the number, or position somewhere around over here, and let's increase the number of counts like this. Okay, over here. Now after that I'm going to select this, and by holding shift I'm going to select this and right click, and I'm going to choose current state to object over here. Let's select all of them, right click and choose connect object plus delete. So I'll get this kind of object. Now I'll go to the deformers options over here, and I'll get this option called taper. So simply click on it, move inside this, and let's make this fit to parent. And now if I increase the strength of it, I'll get this kind of look over here. Okay, so this is how I'm gonna get this. Then I want something pot kind of structure, so for that I'm going to select this cylinder. Let's increase the size of this cylinder, and let's decrease the size from here. Let's decrease the height segments as well. Let's adjust the size accordingly. Press E, and let's try to bring this downwards over here. Let's select this, and let's increase the number of rotational segments to 25, and select this, go to the cap options and choose fillet, and let's increase the radius somewhere around, let's say 10 maybe, like this. Then select this and press C to make this object editable. Then select this face, and now I'm going to press UL, which is a shortcut key for loop selection tool. So simply select this and press I, which is a shortcut key for inner extrude. So let's invert it like this. Then press D, which is a shortcut key for extrude, and let's extrude this downwards. Okay, so this is the kind of pot I get. Then again I'm going to select this polygons. I'll press UL. I'm going to select this much portion. I'll press I for inner extrude. Let's extrude it like this. Then press D, and let's extrude this invert like this. Okay, so I'll get this kind of structure. Then select this cylinder, press E, and let's move this somewhere around over here. Okay, now I'm going to select this and press Alt G to move all of them into one, and let's call it as pot, and simply put it like this. Then alt click on this tab so to reveal, then select this pot, press T for scaling option and scale it like this. Then with the help of middle mouse button, I'm going to go in my front view, press E, and let's try to move this over here and try to adjust it over here like this. Don't forget to save this file again and again like this, and let's try to move this over here again. Okay, now by holding control again, I'm going to create and move it somewhere around like this. Okay, so I'll get this kind of structure. So this is how we can create pots. Okay, so now we need to try to create some trees. So let's select all of this and press Alt G again to move all of them into one null object, and I'm going to double click and I'll call it as all. Okay, and let's close or double click on it to close all of them. And now we will create some trees. For trees, I'm going to choose very simple method. So simply select one sphere over here and increase the segments totally up to somewhere around like 40 or something, and make this object editable, and press T for scaling option, and let's scale it like this. Okay, over here. Then I'm going to select my let's say taper tool again, and let's move inside this, and let's make this fit to parent. Select this taper and let's increase the strength somewhere around like this over here, and you can select this taper and then you can decrease the scale somewhere around like this. Press E and let's try to move this over here. Okay, so we will get something like this. Now after that we need some base, so for that I'm going to select one cylinder, and let's bring this downward, and let's decrease the scale somewhere around like this. Okay, like this. So and let's enable all of them. I'm going to select this and this. I'll hold Alt G to call it as tree and hit OK, and then we will adjust somewhere around over here. So press T for scaling option and try to increase the scale. Let's go to the top view. I'm going to bring this one over here, then go to somewhere around over here, and let's try to bring this somewhere around over here like this, over here like this. Then by holding control, I'll create duplicate, press T, and let's decrease the scale, and let's try to move this over here like this. Okay, so we got this one tree. Select this tree and let's go over here. Select this tree, and by holding control, I'm going to create duplicate. Select this tree, and by holding control again, I'm going to create duplicate of it. Okay, so I'm going to get these two trees over here like this. Okay, so this is how I will get these trees. Now in next video we will try to create a lamp.